Welcome everybody. This is going to be a movement class to prepare our bodies for breath work. So this is a great thing to do if you're about to do any sort of breathing exercises or you just want to feel a little bit more open and spacious. And so I'm going to take you through a series of exercises I've learned from a number of different breath experts. And we generally do this standing, and you want to have a little bit of space around you because we're going to be moving around a little bit as well. So let's begin. So before we do anything, let's just take a couple of moments, just do a little bit of breath awareness. And so if you'd like to place one hand over your heart or over your chest or your solar plexus and one hand over your tummy, and feel free just to close the eyes for a moment and just relax the posture. And just ask yourself this question: how does it feel to be breathing into my body right now? Where do I feel the breath wanting to go? And how's the pace of my breath? Does it feel like it's more on the faster end or the slower end? So just getting comfortable with where your body is right now. And it's funny because we're about to do some movement to help us with breathing, but we're actually going to do a little bit of breathing now to help us with the movement. So it's a bit of chicken and egg. So what I want you to do is just start to take a slower, deeper breath in. And then just extend the exhale and see if you can double the exhale from the inhale. So it doesn't have to be too complicated. Could be in for 2, out for 4, in for 4, out for 8. But just taking a moment to breathe in slower and deeper. And then out for longer. Slower and deeper in. And out for a little bit longer. Just let a couple more people in the room. Slower and deeper in, and out for a little bit longer. So general rule of thumb, try and double the exhale, just relaxing the nervous system. And at the same time now, let's go ahead and let's relax the jaw. So give the jaw a little wiggle. Give the shoulders a little wiggle. Relax the tummy a little bit. Relax the hands a little bit and the feet. And just a couple more of these slow double breaths. So in for 2 or 4, out for 4 or 8. Last one, slowly, deeply in. And a little bit slower and longer out. Good, okay, you can let your hands come back down. Hopefully feeling a little bit more relaxed now. We can allow the body to open a little bit more. So we're just going to start with a little bit of shoulder rotations. So just slowly and gently moving those shoulders back, and you can start with little rotations at the start and then we'll increase them a little bit more as we go once we start to warm up a little bit. And while we're doing this, let's do our best to stay nasal today. So we're using the nose for the inhale and the exhale. And we're going to be breathing in nice and slow and rhythmic. So trying to match, don't overly think about the breath, but if you can have a nice even inhale, exhale, that's great. And then we'll go the other way with the shoulders, so forwards. If it feels a bit tight or you feel a bit serious, either pull a silly face or put a big smile on your face, a cheeky smile on your face if you like. Okay, we're going to do some shoulder shrugs. So we're going to breathe in slowly and deeply. We're going to bring the shoulders up at the same time. So it's, and then once we're full, we just let go. And you can also, we're going to create some tension on the inhale and then relax deeper on the exhale. So we can even bring the hands up now. So everything's tight and full, and then a couple more. Last one. Good, okay. And now we're going to do a bit of apple picking. So I'm just going to go on my knees so you can see my hands, but you can stay where you are. And we're just going to slowly start to breathe in and just moving those hands, almost like we're picking a couple of apples off a tree. Just taking our time. And again, you can make this exercise very personal to you. So you can go really slow with the apple picking, or you can go a bit quicker. And with the breath, you can choose your pace as well. I'd recommend, if you can, just try to make the breath nice and controlled, and just a little bit deeper if you can on the inhale. Just getting some nice warming up going on in the ribs, a little bit of movement happening. Yeah, you can go really slow if you want with this. You don't have to go quick. We can really enjoy this. Really enjoy the inhale. You can get a really nice stretch in here as well. When you're fully breathing in and you're just leaning over a little bit, you might start to feel the side just starting to open up a little bit as well. It's a really lovely feeling. Again, don't forget that smile on your face. Don't forget the nasal breath. A little bit more here. Last couple. Okay, good. Shake those hands out. We're going to be drawing on our ceiling, or in Leslie's case, the sky. So we're going to make the kind of gun shape with our hands, and we're going to look up at the ceiling or sky, and we're going to start to make a circle. So we just draw in a circle, and it's getting bigger and wider on the rotations. And all the time we're doing this, we're just breathing in nice and slow and deep. So just keep doing that for a second. And while you're doing this, just start to think about, okay, so when I'm at the back, the front of the ribs are opening. When I'm at the side of the opposite ribs are opening. When I'm leaning back, it's the front that's opening. And so we're trying to get a 360 opening of the ribs here a little bit. Once we're fully out, we can pause, and then we can bring our hands back in the opposite direction. So almost like we're retracing the steps of what we just did, but in the opposite direction, bringing the hands all the way back to the center again. Good. And then once we're at the center, we can just shake those hands out. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit now of a bit more intense opening of the ribs. Some of you might recognize this from Balista Vranich's work. So we're going to put the bicep next to our ear. Our hand is over, and we're going to breathe in, and we're going to go in the direction of the hand as we breathe in. So it looks like this. And it's really good to apply the imagination that those ribs are starting to open at the same time. So we're just helping our breathing space increase a little bit and become a little bit more flexible. We do a little hold if we can. We exhale back to neutral. We'll do this 4 more times. Hold for as little or as long as you like. Couple more. Final time on this side. Good. Let some blood come back into that hand. Give your body a little shake. We'll go in the opposite direction now. So again, just slowly, gently breathing in as we come down to that bend. Exhaling back to neutral. Stay with the nose. A little hold if you can in that position, if it feels okay to do so. Exhaling back to neutral. 3 more. Once again, don't forget the imagination, the picturing of those ribs starting to open a little bit. Final time. Good, let's shake that out. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of rotations now. So just gently patting your kidneys or your bottom. Just take our time here a little bit. Don't forget the nasal breath, don't forget the slow breath. If you want to increase this a little bit, you could also think about extending your exhale so it's a little bit longer. And just while we're in this nice easy position, just do a quick sense check. Is my jaw relaxed? Is the muscles in my face relaxed? Is my belly relaxed? A few more. Okay, and then coming back to neutral. We're going to do a little bit of shaking, a little bit of tapping today. I know we usually do that on a Friday, but just a little here. So just start to loosen the fingers, almost like you've got dead, or like, you know, what would you say, like anaesthetic fingers. So they're already wiggly and wobbly, and you're just giving them a shake. You just stay there first. And then now, just let the hands and the whole arms just be a bit wibbly wobbly as well. Okay, put a little bounce in your step. Now again, your breath might start to get a little bit heavier now because we're starting to use a bit of the body and a bit of CO2, and that's okay. And just bring the hands out to the sides, to the front, almost like you're sprinkling water on your dog, or your cat, or your child, or your partner, or whoever's annoyed you today, just sprinkling some water on them. Up in the ceiling or in the sky, like you're at a 90s rave. Just got a nice little bob going on as well. Good, and then come back. And we'll do a little bit of tapping now as well. So we're going to start on the belly. So just a good opportunity to relax the tummy, let it all kind of come forward, and just giving it a nice little pat, almost like it's a cat's paws, and just really working on the tummy for a little bit today. Have a little wobble in your step if you like as well. Work a little bit on the chest. You can probably really hear that on the microphone, I'm guessing. Give one shoulder a bit of a knock. Work your way down the arm, bicep, tricep. Swap to the other side. Work your way down the arm, bicep, tricep. Sides of the ribs. And then just work your lower body a little bit. Maybe you want to give thighs, calves, bottom of the feet a little bit of a tap. Just, you know, feel free to go crazy now. Obviously be nice and gentle with yourself, but just, you know, really feel like, where am I a bit tender? Where am I a little bit tight? A little bit of self-massage. Working your way back up, and we'll just finish off on the face a little bit. So just very, very gently tap in below the eyes, on cheekbones. Just stay here for a few breaths. Now let's move to the eyebrows. And you can work your way up and down the eyebrows, so almost coming from the temples all the way to the centre, almost where your third eye is, back and forward. Top of the head. Jaw. Work your way to the front of the chin, back to the jaw. Good. And then we'll just finish off, last part of the movement then before we move into the coherence breathing. We've just stepped out of the shower, we've forgot a towel, so we just need to give ourselves a bit of a pat down. So we're just giving all of our body a lovely, nice final massage. Moving the lymph around the body. Getting that kind of extra sensory input going on. Fantastic, good. So we're going to move into coherence breathing. I'm going to do it laying down on my tummy. You can do it seated, you can do it in a chair, you can do it with your eyes closed, you can do it laying on your back. So just pick something that's going to be really comfy for you, and let's transition now into the coherence. Slowly, gently in through the nose. and slowly, gently letting go. Softly in through the nose and softly out. Smoothly in through your nose and gently out through your nose. Softly in, softly out. Slowly, gently in through the nose and slowly, gently letting go. Hey, if you enjoyed that movement class, that is just a taster of what you'll find inside our community. We are on a platform called School, and we are known as Take a Deeper Breath. You see the pun there, take a deep breath, the channel, take a deeper breath. Anyway, I thought it was very clever. We go live most of the week. At the weekends, we have some big breathing classes. We have guests like the author of Breath, James Nestor. We've got Anders Olsen, the author of Conscious Breathing, coming in soon. Jesse Kumar, Tom Granger, all these people come in and they share their expertise with us. You get to ask them questions. It's a bit like being on your own breath podcast. So if you're looking to deepen your knowledge, come and give us a try. There's a link below that'll explain a little bit more about what's inside the community, what you can expect, and the best part, 7 days, money back promise. So if you don't absolutely fall in love with us, which I think you will, then you can just drop me a note and I'll give you a refund. But come and give us a try. We're having a great time there. We've got over 100 beautiful members, and it's a great place to come and breathe, deepen your knowledge, and make some really cool friends as well. We had a hangout yesterday where just a few of us just chilled on Zoom and talked about sleep and breathing and cooking and all sorts of stuff. So it's a pleasure serving you with this breathing exercise, and I hope some of you will consider joining us in the Take a Deeper Breath community. Thank you so much.